Alright, welcome back to Jamming in There Repair, working on the Vespa. My brother Dave came over. He helped me do the ground wire to the system here. Is this guy right here. We ran it through the chassis, went down underneath the frame, took out the brake pedal to snake it up through. Wire comes through here, you can see it right here. The green wire, junction is here, goes up, continues into the head. So we did some testing, seems to work alright. So got the ground wire done, which means I can now work on the gas tank, which I have sitting over here. I think I have all the gaskets I need to put that thing together and see if it holds fuel and whatnot. So that's what we're going to do today, is get the gas tank put in this sucker. And then I'm trying to figure out some issues with the oil pump not pumping right. So we're going to address that later. But we're going to put some covers on here, because you have to actually put the covers on before you run hoses and whatnot. So let's get started on the gas tank. Alright, so I'm going to start with the oil tank here. And it just unthreads from this nut. It slides off the shaft. When I got this thing, this oil tank was full of really bad oil. And if you can look it down in here, you can kind of see the green slime still sitting in the bottom. But there's a nut. You see that blue thing right there? That's a nut. It looks like somebody put silicone or something on it. So they're trying to grab that out of there. I don't know what's going on with that. Doesn't look right. A long reach needle goes here. Ew, I don't know what that is. Some poor attempt at a gasket? I don't know. But here's my problem. This thing is loose. I mean, loosey-goosey. Holy smokes. I'm going to replace this hose. We'll go ahead and take that off of here now. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Got it. Garbage. Perfect. So why is this so loose? Does that look like a nut to you down there? Not really. That seemed to tighten up. Okay. How do I aim it? What direction does this hose go? Dang it. Alright, so that's the front of the bike. And I'm going to have the oil line point this way because it loops around and then goes to where it belongs. So I'm going to try it there. I have no idea if that's the right angle. Try and hold it here and tighten up the nut. Okay, so that seems nice and tight. Yeah, sorry, that'll work. Just had to heat that hose up a little bit. So now I'm going to stick this in the scooter and see where the hose should really get pointed. Alright, I think that'll work just fine. Keep this fitting pointed about like so. I get in there and tighten that nut down a little bit more. Feels kind of tight. I don't trust it. Dang. Let me do some research on that. Alright, so I'm doing some research on this. The nut that is down inside the tank here shouldn't be in there. It actually goes inside this tube. And so you slide this together and that nut holds this whole assembly together. So you need to take that nut out of there. I don't know what size nut that is. I'm going to try 17. Alright. So this bad boy goes on here. So who thinks I can just drop this nut down in there and have it land exactly where I need it? Ah. Okay. I have to give you a slightly wider view to see what I'm about to attempt to do. All right. I'm going to drop the nut down in here. Get it to go right on the hole. You can still see the nut is in place. Got the filter through the nut. That seems okay. Now I can't see anything. Oh no. I don't have enough extensions. It's kind of comedic here. Alright, here we go. I'm going to mount it in the vise. Feels like it's tightening. Yeah, you can see it turn. Sweet. Now, I'll go ahead and tighten up this nut here. What I'm going to do is put this in the scooter and make sure this is all lined up right with the sight hole and the hose is pointing off in the right direction. And then I'll go ahead and tighten things down. I'll actually get this to be a little tighter. I think it points about there. Let's see how that fits in the bike. So what you have is an area for the tank to sit in, but you also have a spot for the hoses to go through. So on the front here, you have a hole for the oil level indicator, and you also have the fuel knob. I haven't even looked at that yet. But right now, I just want to see if the tank is aligned properly. Seems to line up okay. So good. I'll have to, that's where we're going to put it. Now that I have that put back together, I'm going to have to tighten everything down, and I'm going to have to test it, see if anything leaks. So, tighten things down, and put it that way. Right. Like it. Alright, so I have to test this thing. I'm going to put oil up in here. Put this line to fill up with oil. So I got to plug the end of the line. Need to put the gas tank fuel line on. And then I need to test the Petcock to make sure it turns on and off. I may have to take it apart to do some testing. Probably should have done that first. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, they say to warm this up in hot water. Yeah, I'm too lazy. Sure. Just jam that on there. Like butter. Alright, there's some original clamps. I'm taking off the old hose. This is what was on there. Don't think it's going to work. I'll go find myself some hose clamps. Oh, come on now. They don't need to be tight. They just need to stop it from falling. Put it on this side for better entertainment value. All right. So there you go. I have no idea if that gas valve is on, off, reserve, or what's going on. So I'm going to dump some gas in here. All right. Let's twist on the old valve here, see what happens. So straight up and down is off. All the way counterclockwise, I still have no fluid. All the way counterclockwise. Okay. So, again, the order you do things comes in handy. I should have addressed this before putting on the oil tank. So don't make that mistake again. So let's fix it by putting more gas in there. Because I'm still above the line. I mean, there it goes. Alright, didn't have enough gas in there. Alright. Half a turn. I'm gonna have to recapture this, guys. Sorry. Maybe you can see the bubbles, but it's still flowing. It's actually clean. The two-stroke oil I use is orange. So, it looks pretty good. But that pickup tube over here, as soon as I go below that certain point, I stop getting gas. So, but now how do I empty this tank out? Dang it. Sorry, have a problem with Petcock here. It takes a special tool to get the nut off on the inside of the tank to remove this Petcock. And I don't want to do it. So I'm going to just take out these two little screws, pull this out of here, and see if I can't just clean it up from one side without taking it all apart. The off position and the reserve positions are not working. All right, got the screw. So we have 3 holes here. One looks like it might be clogged. Nope, supposed to be that way. Should have paid attention to which way it came off. Come on, baby. All right. So I have a big hole at the top, smaller hole to the right. Big hole to the top. That's how you gotta know. So this seems pretty well clogged up to me. Right here. So that's a problem. How can I clean that out without taking it all apart? 'Cause I don't want it. All right, let's try blowing some air through this thing. Safety glasses on. Okay. Not sure I'm doing any good here. Yeah. Look at that crap coming out of there. Dang. Again, I don't want to take this thing off of the tank. I don't have the tool. But I don't think I have a choice. Darn it. I have to take it out. Darn it. First off, that copper line in here is broken. And it's about halfway down the tank. And that's the vent line. And if the vent line is below the fuel line, it's never going to work right. See the nut down in there? I got to take that nut off, and there's a special claw tool you can use to get that nut off. But I think I'm going to end up replacing the whole assembly because it's just clogged up beyond belief. So that's going to be a delay. That's a bummer. Kind of jumping all over the place on this video, on this motorcycle. So, let's go back to the electrical. I did order the fuel Petcock for the gas tank. Should be here in a few days. So that kind of stalled out the entire build here. Now, I mentioned earlier that we have a new green ground wire going through our system here, but my brother Dave helped me put that together. I appreciate it. Thank you, Dave. What we have left here is a frayed purple wire that was just barely hanging on by a thread. So I bought one of these over at Ace Hardware. You have to look down the nut and bolt aisle to find these, and this particular one is in the high heat bin, and then you get the right size. So let's go ahead and get that all crimped together. It almost feels like it's a stainless steel, not a copper, so I'm not sure how this is going to crimp. This guy here. That feels all right. Get that purple plugged into purple here. And that should sit down in the groove. So good. Now then, I'm going to go ahead and run this ground wire right through the middle. Have to put this boot on here. Okay. So so I need to close this. Well, should I tighten it down now so I can get the boot on? Let's see. Sorry, I keep bumping you. Well, boop. All right. Now, which one goes where? Looks like white goes first. Red. Green. Come on, baby. And green. This is the this is the replacement green wire. Come on, baby. I like it. Just like that. Alright, so the battery I bought is a lead acid battery. So I gotta do the acid and let it sit for half an hour and then charge it. So I'm gonna just use a jump pack right here. Hook it up, positive, negative, and turn the key on. Let's see what happens here. Not much. Oh, I got a tail light. Yay. See if a brake light comes on. Yeah, that doesn't seem to do anything. Headlight? No headlight. That might only run with the engine running. Do I have any dash light? Can't really tell. Get one blink on of the flash. Oh yeah. That left. Left and right, that's good. High beam, low beam horn. I don't have plugged in, that won't work. Shoot, I want to see if these lights worked or not. Because it's easy to replace right now, I can get to them. Alright. I'm gonna take them out, see what they look like, and make a decision. Alright, I took the light bulbs out from inside there, they look okay. I'm gonna take a chance and say that they're probably fine. I'm gonna go ahead and reassemble this front end. But I am out of time. It is almost 9 o'clock on Tuesday evening, and you guys want this tomorrow morning. So I need to spend about 4 or 5 hours editing this thing together. It's such a jumbled up, mixed up series of videos though. So this is pretty much wrapped up here except for a few screws. Fixing that ground wire. I have to put oil in it, a cover on it. Just a lot of fiddly little stuff that I'm probably going to just do off camera. I need to wait for the gasket kit for the air cleaner and get my battery charged up. So we're getting close to seeing if we can get this thing to spark and give us a little run time. The hold up is that doggone gas tank right there. So, alright, I'm going to end the video here. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. We got a few more things to do on this Vespa, and this is just an unorganized mess. But it's all just a lot of fiddly little stuff. I want to have this thing running by next weekend, if at all possible. So, next week's video is going to be the first ride. That's the plan anyhow. So, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, dislike, leave a comment. Tell me what I did wrong. I appreciate everything you guys do for me. 2% of the people watching this video are subscribers. I encourage you to get that up a little bit and then subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Are you done? Knock the shit off, honey.